being a good father in a world full of absent fathers. At the end of the day, that's one thing I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm just gonna talk about some topics that, usually just occur in private between me and my wife. So you look at the world and majority of the broken homes, or not even broken homes, but the people, the kids are doing bad. The juveniles, the teenagers, even the youth, the rural youth. You see some people doing bad already at 8, 9 years old. You see 5-year-olds that, you could tell by the personality traits, by the way they're gonna go, right? And why is that? Look at their surroundings. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, he has his mom and dad, right? But that's not always the most important factor, right? It's about, does he have his mom and dad present? Or is the mom and dad working all the time? Is the mom actually active in the child's life? Is the dad actually active in the child's life? Or does he get home from work and drink a beer instead of chilling with his family, chilling with his kids, playing with his kids, taking his kids outside to play, conversating with his kids? Those are the things you have to take into consideration, because I know the majority of the people I know, the way I grew up, the way other people grew up, majority of the time we had a father, but an absent father. Even though they're there, they're not present, right? They get home and they drink and they hang out. And on the weekends, they go out and they do their own thing, not really present in the child's life. So those are things that you have to take in consideration. So how are you gonna be the difference maker? Everyone says, I'm gonna build, generational wealth. Working so many hours, I'm working, who knows, 2 weeks on, a few days off, because I'm making a shitload of money so I could be able to provide for my kids, provide for them things that I didn't have. But majority of the time, it's not the money that we didn't have. It's not the money that we were missing. It wasn't. It was time. Actual presence, right? Not getting home and just being on your phone. Not just getting home and ignoring your child or putting the tablet on for them. All these things play a factor. Because if you don't do these things, if you just ignore them, are you really present, or are you just in the picture? Because if you look at society, if you look at cultures, right? What culture is missing the most dads? Which culture has the most single moms trying to raise kids? What culture is the most incarcerated? Make those correlations. Look at those things. Put them together. And you're gonna see that it all goes hand in hand, right? There's that connection there. So, is there many other contributing factors? Yes, the societies we grew up in, our environments, we can't afford to be in better communities. All that plays a factor, our education level, right? But at the end of the day, yes, we're the very minimum, right? We are the minority in these groups, right? Like my culture, for example, we're the majority in Wasco, California. But the educated is the minority in Wasco and in the world as a Hispanic male, right? So that's the thing we have to take in consideration. If we really want to make a change, we gotta change. As fathers, we have to set the example. Because if we don't, who is? We can't depend on the government to give our kids a good education, to teach them right from wrong. You see everything that's going on with the education system already, the things that they're implementing into the programs, into the school education system. They're confusing our kids, right? So what we have to do is teach them right. Be there present. Know what a good, loving home looks like. What a husband and a wife should look like. What you should look for in a man if you have a daughter. Look for a man that provides, but it's also in your life, that treats you right, that takes you out, that enjoys time together, that treats his wife good. Those are the things that are very important. Those are the things that you got to teach your sons and your daughters. Because if not, it's going to be a revolving cycle again. Everyone talks about, oh, like with all the immigration stuff that's going on, it's a horrible thing. The thing that bothers me even more though, is that even our own people are like, who's going to cut your lawns? Who's going to pick your grapes? We're more than that. We're more than that. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and I know a bunch of other educated people. Are we the minority? Yes. The majority of the people I know are in the oil fields or in the agriculture fields, right? But we can make that change. But it starts with us. Because if we don't make the change, if you don't discipline yourself, if you don't let go of the alcohol, if you don't let go of your bad habits, if you think that all you are capable of doing is working in the fields or cutting grass or doing the labor jobs for the people that actually have a lot of money, we're never going to get anywhere. So be a present dad. Be a better dad. Don't just have the title of a dad, but actually be in your children's life. Get home from work, let go of the alcohol. I don't care if you drink, right? I'm not one that says I'm perfect. I like to drink an occasional beer here and there, but socially, when I go out, when I hang out with friends, when we're at a family function. It's not just, I deserve this because I went to work all day. No, my wife's at home, she's working all day too. So if I could take a little break give her a little break, I'm gonna do that. We just gotta be better. Let's go.